So when it comes to skin and hair care, Japanese beauty is all about simplicity, hydration, and long-term skin and hair benefits. And while brands like SK-II and Shiseido are very well known, there's so many Japanese brands that are underrated and deserves way more attention. Hi, my name is Dr. Jenny Liu. I'm a board-certified dermatologist, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today is really a part 2, highly requested video featuring some of my current Japanese skin and hair care products that I've really been loving lately. A while back, I shared a part 1 of my favorite Japanese products, and that one got a lot of engagement, and many of you guys requested that I share more products from Japan. So that is exactly what I'm doing today. And if you enjoy contents like this, I would love it if you can give this video a thumbs up. Don't forget to hit that notification button and subscribe to my channel. So if you're new to Japanese skincare, this is definitely an area worth exploring, highly recommend. And what sets Japanese beauty apart, similar to K-beauty, they do use less harsh actives and really focus on skin barrier and hydration. I think that is really the key. It's really all about hydration. Using ingredients, particularly really honing in on hyaluronic acid, glycerin, and other wonderful humectants to keep the skin hydrated. Focusing on ceramides and skin barrier repair, because really having hydrated and strong skin barrier is the basis for a healthy, glowy, dewy skin. And they really also love brightening products, but more gentle brightening products that improve the overall radiance and texture and tone of your skin. So like, for example, arbutin, kojic acid, and tranexamic acid, and various derivatives of vitamin C. And then lastly, really is their elegant texture. So really a lot of gel cream textures that are lightweight and fast absorbing, that layers nicely, that doesn't pill as readily, at least in my opinion it doesn't and hasn't for me, that is really well received by, I think, consumers in Asia. And this is why Japanese skincare is so popular, because of that lightweight texture that really absorbs quickly, is not sticky, leaves behind minimal feel. Particularly wonderful for those who have oily and combination skin or live in hot and humid environments. So that's kind of like how I would summarize Japanese beauty products. And so without further ado, let's get into some of my current favorites in skin and hair care category. So just like Korean sunscreen, Japanese sunscreen is also so worth the hype. And I've actually have a few videos I'll link below on this category in general. But today, the two that I'm actually going to share are not the traditional sunscreens. They do have wonderful gel cream sunscreens that absorb really quickly, very elegant with wonderful advanced filters. But today, the two that I want to share are actually sunscreen sprays. The reason why I love them, because I actually been using them quite a bit. One, applying over makeup, as well as applying on my hair and scalp. So these I found to be really multifunctional, very easy to use, and just like one-stop shop for your hair and scalp for reapplication. And also, like when you're out and about in the summertime, I think this would be a great one, especially as we hit spring and summer is like right around the corner. So the first one is from Biore, the Cow Biore UV Aqua Rich Sunscreen Protective Mist SPF 50. And there's quite a few from Japan, and these are the two that I just have been using and really loving. But they're all very nice and elegant, and when you spray, at least the ones that I've tried, it does not impart a sticky texture on your skin, nor does it weigh your hair down or make your scalp really greasy and oily. So that's why I really feel like they're a great option for reapplication. So this one is a nice fine mist with SPF 50 and PA4 pluses that provides against protection against UVB and UVA, and it's a lightweight, non-greasy formula, as I said, and it's really easy to spray and get a fairly uniform mist on wherever you're spraying. So it's really designed for quick and easy application, hands-free, and its non-aerosol formula ensures that you get that even control. And so all you have to do is just kind of spray and basically pat it in with your hands if you want, or just let it dry. And so I really love, like, before I go outside, especially for my hair, spraying on my hair, making sure that my color treated hair is protected from the UV damage, especially now that my hair is getting longer, and I like to continue to grow my hair longer. And UV damage, especially when you have color treated hair, is one of the biggest things that can damage your hair as well, aside from heat and just styling in general. So this is great, and it also is, like I said, it's not sticky. It's pretty elegant, absorbs really quickly, and is also water resistant up to 80 minutes. So that's the other benefit as well. So this is a chemical filter. Ingredient wise, it contains filters that are currently not approved by our FDA, including Tenazorb S, Uvinol A+, along with ethyl hexyl triazone. So great UVA and UVB filters that are way more advanced, way more stable, but just unfortunately, like I said, not approved by the FDA FDA. So you would have to find these on basically online Asian retailer websites like YesStyle and Stylevana. And I'll make sure to link that below as well, the website where you can find them. Along with squalane, that is lightweight, kind of nourishing, but like I said, not sticky or heavy, and does impart some moisturization, but nothing heavy at all. And if you're acne prone, I mean, I am prone to hormonal acne, and I have not had an issue with this. We're applying over my face on top of makeup, not messing up my makeup, and also at the same time not contributing to flare-up of acne. The other one is from Kosei Sun Cut UV Spray SPF 50 and PA4 pluses. This one, you know, it's like sunscreen. I do feel like a lot of times they are very similar, especially in the sprays, and it's just sometimes a personal choice which one you may like a little bit better. But this one, as far as like ingredient wise and the texture, the elegance, and the way I would use it is very much the same. It's lightweight, non-sticky, not drying, doesn't clog pores, at least for me again. I spray on face, over makeup, on my body, on my hair, on my scalp, and it's very similar to the Biore. Ingredient wise, it's also very similar. It does have those similar filters, but slightly more hydrating ingredients, including hyaluronic acid, along with some plant-derived oils that are a little bit more nourishing. But again, don't find this to be more greasy or heavy compared to the Biore. This one is also water resistant. Now, as far as like the difference that I perceive is that I do actually like the Biore spray in the sense that mist comes out a little bit more fine and more even and more controlled. I would say that is the only difference. Otherwise, as far as like the texture that imparts on my skin and their functionality, it's very much similar between the two. So if you've tried both of these, let me know which one you prefer in the comments below. Okay, now moving on to some random skincare products I purchased from YesStyle that I've been loving. Number one is an eye cream. I normally don't buy a lot of Asian eye creams because, well, I have so many to get through at home. And two, I'm kind of the person where if I find a good eye cream, I'm pretty loyal to that particular one, and for some reason, just eye creams don't like to switch things up a bit. I think because maybe my under eyes are a little sensitive, but I love trying new serums, toners, moisturizers, sunscreens. But for eye creams, for some reason, like I'm loyal to a few brands and that's all I will use. This one, I think the packaging was super cute and the name really got me and I was so curious. I was like, I need to try it. So it's the Kosei Turn Clear Sorry Bare Skin Dark Circles Repair Eye Cream. It's a mouthful, but the name is just like, what the heck? I needed to try this. And what it's really intended to do is a brightening eye cream that has benefits in helping with dark circles, helping with rejuvenating the delicate under eye area in a really gentle way. And so what it does, it helps to target dark circles with brightening formula at the same time with ingredients like hyaluronic acid and squalane to nourish your under eyes, and also ingredients that can help to repair that skin and help to rejuvenate and reduce the appearance of fine lines and wrinkles. And what really impressed me at first was when I squeezed it out of the tube, it was that kind of pearly iridescent color. And so I know I'm going to get some instant brightening benefits. And I really fell in love with the creamy texture. So I have a soft spot for just anything creamy. And when it comes to eye creams, because that's one area that really gets dry more easily and where concealers can more easily cake for me. This one I've been using morning and night and I love it. And you can definitely use it twice a day. And the ingredient wise, it contains squalane, so nourishing ingredients, along with a retinol derivative. And retinol, you may be thinking, can I use this in the morning? Depending on the product and the way it's formulated, you certainly can. And this one, the instructions are say apply twice a day. So I assume it's been tested to show that it still stays stable during the day. So it contains retinol that works on the fine lines, wrinkles, along with niacinamide that will do the same, but also offer some improvements in maybe dark circles, along with hydrolyzed hyaluronic acid and ceramide. So I just really love the pearly color that offers some kind of subtle instant brightening benefits, and that creamy texture really is so lovely. So a great and fairly affordable product to try if you're in the market to try an Asian eye cream. Also, it's hypoallergenic, so great for sensitive skin. And even though it has that retinol in there, it's super gentle. Like it does not break me out, does not cause more dryness. If anything, keeps my under eye area more hydrated. Next product is a nail care product and is the rhodomentholatum Hand Veil Rich Nail Coat. So this one really intrigued me too because, my nail has really taken a hit over the past year because with so much traveling and events, I literally had to get manicures, gel manicures or acrylics that would last, or even glue-on ones that really just damaged my nail. And right now, I really try to minimize gel polish basically as much as I can, because every time I take them off, it really destroys my nails. So this one really intrigued me because this is like a colorless gel-like nail treatment that, oh my God, stays on your nail and does not chip, does not come off, but it's colorless. And really what I found is it does really what it's supposed to do, is strengthen the nail. And so I would paint this on in between getting my nails done, just to temporarily strengthen my nail and to keep them stronger, so that way they can grow longer and without breaking and chipping. And what is nice about it is it comes like a nail polish that you brush on, and you can use this literally just one coat as needed, or reapply a coat every day if you want to add additional strength. And it eventually does become like a nail hardener. Now, word of caution is that it is harder to remove when you have multiple coats on there. I kind of learned the hard way. Like, it takes quite a bit of rubbing with nail polish remover, and I found that eventually like 100% acetone, which removes pretty much everything, really did the job, but that also dries out your nails. So just be careful. Like, you don't actually need many coats. 1 or 2 coats I found was sufficient for me, for my kind of like soft nail, to add some integrity and strength. And I have not tried this, but I'm curious to try like how it would do under just regular polish. Certainly you can't apply this, use it underneath like gel polish or acrylic, but I would be curious to try one day to like what it'd be like if it actually will keep your nail polish on longer, or just help to prevent even yellowing of your nail with regular polish. It's just I don't do a lot of nail polish at home. I'm not that good with applying nail polish. But if you have tried this product and have used it under nail polish, let me know how it's worked for you. Ingredient wise, it contains hydrolyzed keratin that really offers that structural support for your nails, along with 2 ingredients that does offer some strengthening properties. So that's nylon 66 and hydroxychitosan. So those are ingredients that help to add moisture, strengthen the nail, and protect the nail, as well as improve the nail structure and kind of the hardness of your nail too. So if you need like a little bit of nail strengthener, or looking for one, this is a great one to try. Okay, now moving on to hair care products. So I have been, I guess I didn't mention this earlier, aside from Japanese skincare, oh my God, if you haven't tried Japanese hair care, I would say start with that. I feel like that has been an area that I have absolutely been loving. That is like, if Korean sunscreen was kind of like what defines K-beauty, Japanese hair care is like what defines J-beauty for me, at least in my world. I have been so obsessed with pretty much every single hair care product that I've purchased from YesStyle that is from Japan. And I'm always looking for products that help with my oily, greasy, dandruff-prone scalp. And I've actually mentioned a few Japanese dandruff shampoos, and I'll link them below, that are great at helping with that, but not drying the hair, as well as hair repair products that preserve color, reverse or repair damage. And for me, like I said, I have oily, dandruff-prone scalp, but dry, color-treated hair that I subject to heat styling regularly. So of all the conditioners, shampoos, as well as hair oils, I really have loved every single one of them, and I'll make sure to link the ones I've talked about before. But this one is, oh my gosh, if I can name this my favorite conditioner of 2025. I think, like, I know it's only like few months into 2025 when I started using this, but gosh, when I first used it, I was just blown away by how amazing it made my hair feel, and that instant shine that I would get the next day, and even in between hair washing. It was just amazing. The product is Oliless and Prism Miracle Shine Hair Pack. So when I first used this, I literally immediately shared on my Instagram stories, like, oh my God, do I dare say this is my favorite conditioner of 2025? And that was like February, like few months back, you know, but I loved it so much. I loved how it made my hair feel instantly, and how it looked even days after washing my hair. And this is what it's meant to do. It's like a deep nourishing treatment that's meant to revitalize hair, restore shine, moisture, and the dullness and damaged hair, but at the same time impart a little more shine to the hair. So it's most, like I said, a gloss and deep conditioning treatment in one. It's definitely a more rich, creamy, denser mask treatment. I don't have fine hair, but I definitely didn't feel like my hair felt really heavy or greasy or weighed down. If you have fine hair, I would say give it a try, but I think it could be suitable for all hair types. Definitely for color treated hair, I think it's safe. I mean, I used it on my color treated hair and it's fine. And it's really formulated to, at the same time, repair damage damage, strengthen hair, but also make your hair feel so soft, silky smooth, and impart that shine. And I also really love this amazing scent. It's not overpowering. It kind of gives you that little luxury experience at the same time. And you can do this. I usually just use it once a week, really, for kind of that added gloss shine and that deep conditioning treatment. Ingredient wise, it's got argan oil that we know is really great in essential fatty acids and vitamins that helps to moisturize the hair and add shine, along with hydrolyzed collagen, silk, and keratin that helps to reinforce your hair keratin, add some strength and elasticity, improving the hair's resilience. And then pearl extract that provides natural kind of luster and revitalized dull hair. And then interestingly, platinum that's supposed to kind of add that reflective coat. And I think that's where the glossing comes in and helps to have your hair reflect light better naturally. So that's why I think it really works great as a gloss plus a deep conditioning treatment. So if you're looking for like a product like that, this is so worth trying. And even if you're not and just looking for a great deep conditioner and have damaged hair, this is also one that you should just try because you will love the way it makes your hair feel and look afterwards. Last product is from Curel, their scalp care shampoo. So you may be thinking, Curel, isn't that like a drugstore brand? You are right, but in Japan, Curel is like the OG for sensitive skin. They have a wide range of products that I highly recommend checking out. For those with sensitive skin, all the way from just great moisturizers, cleansers, sunscreen, to hand cleansers, to hair care products, and anti-aging and acne line for sensitive skin. So I just wish it was more readily available, to be honest, and the shampoo we could have more readily available to purchase, because I have a lot of patients that have sensitive scalp, eczema prone scalp, and unfortunately there aren't that many hair care products, especially like shampoos, that work well without drying the scalp, but also cosmetically elegant at the same time. And this is definitely one of them. It's really meant to clean, refresh, and balance the scalp while adding nourishment to your scalp without gently cleansing, removing the buildup in sebum without stripping your scalp's moisture barrier, at the same time providing soothing and hydrating ingredients for those that are more easily dry and get irritated. And this formula really works on strengthening your scalp barrier, which can be caused or damaged by that inflammation, itching, and irritation, right? And we do know that healthy scalp is the start of growing hair, healthy hair. So really working on that healthy scalp component at the same time, almost like a good cleanser. It's kind of like that necessary evil, right? Cleansing is necessary for healthy skin, but also cleansing removes natural oils that our skin needs to function. Same time for the scalp too, if you're prone to having dry scalp, eczema prone scalp, you still need to cleanse because that buildup, and even, yes, you do get a little sebum too, but that environmental buildup, dead skin buildup, melasthesia, that also contributes to more inflammation and breakdown of your scalp skin barrier. So choosing kind of a gentle scalp cleanser, so this shampoo can effectively yet gently cleanse and while nourishing the scalp at the same time. Ingredient wise, it's got more gentle surfactants that effectively cleanses, along with eucalyptus leaf oil and ceramides at the same time. And it's a really nice one that is lightweight, it rinses off, and it's not stripping, and it doesn't leave residue. Even though it's supposed to be hydrating, it doesn't leave residue in your scalp, so your scalp feels clean and not greasy or oily. So if you have like eczema prone scalp, or just say want a more gentle shampoo to use on a regular basis, this one would be a nice one to have in your routine. Alright guys, so those are some of my favorite recent Japanese beauty products in the skin, hair, and nail category that I've really been loving lately. And if you enjoy more content or want me to share more Japanese beauty products, period, let me know what you want me to talk about next, or what categories, or if there are particular products. I am literally on a regular basis buying them from retailers and trying them for myself, my own curiosity, but also so that way I can do these reviews for you. So just let me know in the comments below. Again, thank you so much for watching. Make sure to check the links below for all the products I talked about today, and I will see you next time.